Hi, welcome to this channel. We are at the start of an important decade in 2025. Sustainability will get a renewed focus. Can we truly measure the health of an economy without factoring in sustainability indicators? Sure, we've got GDP and unemployment rates, but what about critical measures in regards to sustainability? In 2025, countries around the world are bound to put more focus on sustainability goals. Certain sustainability metrics which we will cover in this video will shape the way we view economic progress in a rapidly changing world. Let's take a whirlwind tour of few countries leading the charge in sustainable economy goals for 2025. First, Costa Rica. This nation in Central America is proving that you don't need to be a wealthy nation to be a sustainability superstar. Costa Rica has set an ambitious goal to be carbon neutral by as soon as 2025. Renewable energy is already generating over 98% of their electricity there from clean sources. Hydropower, wind, and geothermal energy are big players here. Costa Rica is tackling deforestation head-on. They've managed to double their forest cover in just a few decades. How did they do it? By paying landowners to protect and restore forests on their property. It's all win-win with more trees, more biodiversity, and more carbon storage. Let's take the case of Sweden, a pioneer of bold sustainability goals. This Scandinavian nation has set its sights on becoming the world's first fossil fuel-free nation by 2045. But they're not waiting around by 2025. They aim to cut their greenhouse gas emissions by 63% compared to 1990 levels by going all in on renewable energy sources. Wind power is booming there, with turbines popping up faster than you can say, smorgasbord. Sweden is also focusing on sustainable urban planning. They're creating bike-friendly cities and expanding public transportation to reduce car dependency. Denmark, another Scandinavian country, is also serious about wind power. It already provides almost half of their electricity. They're also investing in solar power and exploring innovative energy storage solutions. And get this, they're even turning their famous Lego bricks green. The company is investing millions in sustainable materials. And now a country in Africa, Morocco. This North African nation is leading the way in sustainable development for the entire continent. Morocco has set a goal to get all electricity from renewable sources by 2030. They've built one of the world's largest solar power plants in the Sahara Desert. It's so big you can see it from space. The country is also tackling water scarcity. They're investing in desalination plants powered by renewable energy to provide clean water to their growing population. Iceland, the land of fire and ice, has 100% renewable electricity. By 2025, they aim to be completely carbon neutral in all sectors, not just electricity. How? They're focusing on transportation and industry. Iceland is investing in hydrogen fuel cell technology for vehicles and ships. They're also exploring ways to capture and store carbon dioxide from industrial processes. South Korea has set sustainability goal to focus on the circular economy. They're designing products to be easily repaired, reused, and recycled. That is the very core of sustainability. This approach reduces waste and conserves resources. South Korea is also a leader in developing smart cities that use technology to reduce energy consumption and improve quality of life. New Zealand, a country that's not just home to hobbits, but also to some seriously ambitious sustainability goals. New Zealand is focusing on sustainable agriculture, a big deal for a country where farming is a major part of the economy, and planting millions of trees to offset carbon emissions. And here's a cool fact: New Zealand is banning single-use plastic bags, straws, and cutlery by 2025. Germany, Europe's largest economy and a powerhouse in sustainable development, is investing heavily in energy-efficient buildings and sustainable transportation. But here's where it gets really interesting. Germany is focusing on the just transition. They're providing training and support to help these workers find new jobs in the emerging renewable energy sector. Japan is combining cutting-edge technology with traditional wisdom to achieve sustainability. Japan is developing hydrogen fuel cell technology for vehicles and power generation. They're also investing in smart power grids that can better integrate renewable energy sources. The nation is blending new tech with old traditions. They're reviving traditional building techniques that keep homes cool without air conditioning. They're promoting the concept of maitainai, a cultural value that emphasizes avoiding waste. Starting in 2025, the world economies will weave in sustainability indicators into the traditional, conventional economic indicators. Let's start with green GDP. This indicator goes beyond traditional GDP by factoring in environmental costs. It subtracts the value of natural resource depletion and environmental degradation from the standard GDP. For example, if a country cuts down forests for timber, the green GDP would reflect the loss of those trees, signifying the importance of a country's role of natural resources in its economy. This gives us a more accurate picture of sustainable economic growth. Next is Genuine Progress Indicator, or GPI. The GPI takes into account factors that GDP ignores, like income distribution and volunteer work. It also subtracts costs related to crime, pollution, and social aspects like family. This indicator helps us understand if economic growth is actually improving people's lives. Another sustainability indicator is Happy Planet Index. This fascinating metric combines three elements: well-being, life expectancy, and ecological footprint. It shows us how efficiently countries are using environmental resources to support long, happy lives. Costa Rica, for instance, often ranks high on this index. Let's talk of Inclusive Wealth Index. This indicator looks at a country's wealth in terms of manufactured, human, and natural capital. It gives us a long-term view of a nation's sustainability and economic health. For example, it would consider not just the value of oil reserves, but also the education level of the workforce. Let's take Environmental Performance Index. This comprehensive metric assesses environmental health and ecosystem vitality. It covers areas like air quality, water resources, biodiversity, weather threats, habitat destruction, and responsible consumption. Let's not forget Circular Economy Index. This indicator measures how well a country is transitioning from a linear to a circular economy. It looks at factors like waste reduction, recycling rates, and resource efficiency. The Netherlands is leading the way in this area, with innovative policies and practices promoting circular business models. These indicators give us a more holistic view of sustainable economic progress. They help us understand if we're growing in a way that's sustainable for both people and the planet. In 2025 and beyond 2025, we expect countries to make more progress on their respective sustainability goals, and we can expect sustainable metrics to play a bigger role in shaping economic policies worldwide. Countries that perform well on these indicators are likely to be more resilient and prosperous in the long run. These metrics will be changing the way we think about economic success. They remind us that true progress isn't just about making profits, but about creating a better world consciously for everyone. In this context, sustainability goals and metrics isn't just responsibilities of governments, but for all companies as well as individuals. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos on sustainability.